Hey y'all, Sam McEwen here. It is Friday, March the 12th, 2021. FriYayy, as we like to call it. Celebrate your week. If you don't celebrate your week, if you don't pat yourself on the back, do something physical, get up and dance, do something, celebrate your week. You know, a low production week is much better than a no production week. So whatever you accomplished this week, whatever you did this week, celebrate it, celebrate it, celebrate it. I'm going to celebrate a few folks that I do business with, that I really enjoy, and that are members of the Upper Tampa Bay Regional Chamber of Commerce, whose footprint is Oldsmar, West Chase, Citrus Park, and Town and Country. If you are a business in any one of those locales and you're not a member of the Upper Tampa Bay Regional Chamber of Commerce, you just better join. Contact me, drop me a note, let me know, and I will get you an application. We will get you in there. And I want to shout out the first to one of our newest members. Actually, I just got the email here a few minutes ago, and that would be Marina's Pizza in the public shopping center in West Chase. Go down there and see Daniel and the guys and get yourself some pizza, some good pizza. Great folks in there. And they do an awesome job, and they are going to be a welcome addition to the Upper Tampa Bay Regional Chamber of Commerce. So I'd encourage you to frequent Marina's Pizza in the public shopping center. You can go online and find them, get their recipe, their menu and things like that, and just order and enjoy. So I want to talk about a couple other businesses. First off, if you had a successful week, drop me a comment. Say, yeah, it was a great week. It was a great week. No, I'm struggling. And if you're struggling, I'll reach out. You'll get you a 30-minute complimentary session. Just click on the link there and schedule, and we'll visit and figure out how we can make next week more productive for you. So I want to mention a couple of businesses that are probably, maybe, hopefully, too busy to take your call this week. Okay. Mainly because it is tax season. Okay. We have approximately 1 month until your taxes are due. And here's the thing. They will probably expend that because some of the silly, stupid things that our Congress just passed and some of our Democratic representatives are so tickled about is this, what they're calling the American Rescue Plan, which is more of a, we're going to rescue the world plan, and we're going to paper bag plan. Yeah, that has a better ring to it. Now they're saying that if you received any unemployment during this pandemic, it may not be considered taxable. Well, if you've already filed your taxes, what does that mean? And if you want to find out what that means, you should call Rob Basile at Basile Financial. Rob is located, he is a CPA. They're located on US Highway 19 North in Palm Harbor. Give Rob a call up there at Basile Financial CPAs. If you can't find them, it's real easy, BASILE on the internet. If not, drop me a note. I will send you his contact information. I know he's busy, but you need to know how that unemployment is going to affect you. And you need to talk to a tax expert. And if you're in the process of preparing your taxes and your books are a mess and you need organization to your chaos, then you need to see Sherry over at Gulf Breeze Accounting. She is very intelligent, very smart, and her claim to fame is to take your QuickBooks mess and make it usable. So I would highly recommend her. Go and look her up. Also, if you need any of these contact information, drop me a note. I'll get the contact information to you, and you can go and visit these wonderful members of the Upper Tampa Bay Regional Chamber of Commerce. And they come recommended by me, highly recommended. I trust them, and I would trust them with all of my financial needs. So what are you doing today? Are you celebrating? We're getting ready to have our weekly relationship builders over at the Wild Rover Brewery, and that will be an awesome time over there. Linda and Derek and the folks over there always do a great job for us. It's an opportunity for you to give your 60-second elevator speech. Tell us why you do what you do, how you do what you do. to let us know a little bit about you. So if you're a member of the Upper Tampa Bay Regional Chamber of Commerce, you should be there, and you should have already registered. If you would like to be there and you haven't registered, please drop me a comment and I'll see if I can get you on the list. If not, I'll get back to you and say we're full. But I would strongly encourage you, if you're a new business, if you're just getting started, you should come, you should introduce yourself, you should let us know, and just tell them Sam sent you. Anyway, that's today over at the Wild Rover Brewing Company on Linamar in West Chase, behind the Dunkin' Donuts and Christian Brothers Automotive back down in there. Just be careful you don't park in the packaging company's place across the street or anywhere where their trucks turn. You can follow the rubber in the road and figure out where not to park. So anyway, that'll be fun here, and we start there at 11:30. We have lunch and we start our meeting around noon. I would encourage you to stop by at the Wild Rover. So what else is going on today, folks? What else is going on today? Oh, there's a couple people I want to talk about. You know, it's senior picture time. It's also time to prepare for next year. It's also this, you know, maybe you haven't had a current headshot done. Okay. I would encourage you to get a hold of Amy Chirina's photography. If you need her information, please feel free to drop a message. Amy did some pictures for my granddaughter, did an awesome job. We love them. And I'm just telling you that Amy will do a job, and she stands behind her work. So, and she does some other artsy fartsy stuff, I call it. She has some really good ideas when it comes to art and what to do with your pictures and to put them on the wall and all that kind of good stuff. But Amy does an awesome job. And I would encourage you to reach out to Amy Chirina's photography. Now, it is winter. I guess if Florida has winter, we don't have snow. We have pollen, okay? And so you know, in Wyoming, up in my old stomping grounds, you know, they got snow on the ground. They're talking about preparing for the worst winter storm in years. Well, you know, they do that every once in a while, and then the storm comes through and it splits and hits part of Colorado, hits Montana, and it just bypasses Wyoming, which is fine. But then again, they may get dumped. And for 2 hours or 2 months, but it's Wyoming, and here's the thing, you know, other people get paid to lie. I mean, they do. Let's face it. You know, it's going to be sunny and 80s today, and it's raining outside. It's not right now, but you know what I'm saying. I would say the most accurate place that I've lived is in Florida, where it's, you know, pretty close. If they say it's going to rain, it probably rains. Okay. That may not rain for the length of time that they tell us it's going to rain for. But once again, weathermen and women are the only ones who get paid to lie. Okay. So, and now I know you're professionals and you have all these fancy gizmos and gadgets, and you think that you know what God's thinking about the weather today. And that's just kind of a little bit of an arrogant position. Anyway, just having fun with y'all. And if you can't laugh at yourself, then just don't listen to me. Go somewhere else. Anyway, a couple other, but here I am. I'm talking winter, and I got off track. That's me. You know, that's my mind. You know, it's kind of like that. You know, it bounces all over the place. And those of you who know me very well know that that's how I am. So, welcome to my world. But springtime's coming, my friends. And there's an outfit out there called Deepwater Scuba Steve, Captain Steve Summers, who he teaches scuba a little differently. Now, he uses all the internationally recognized teaching programs. I think it's PADI is what it's called. But I took an introductory course with him, and I'll tell you what, I have sinus issues. I snorkeled a few years ago over and really enjoyed that. But I'm watching all these scuba divers down there, and they're swimming around with the big fish, and there's, you know, and I'm like, man, how cool would that be? And you know, Steve has a few pools that he'll train you in, or if you have a pool that's deep enough, he can train you in those. He comes to you. He doesn't have a scuba shop. Everything's included, man. We got there. All we had to do was show up, Had the wetsuits. He had everything, the regulator, the tanks, all that stuff he had. And there was no extra charge. It was just, hey, this is the fee, flat fee, boom, here we go. Did our paperwork, did all that kind of stuff, and away we went. And it was great. It was great. We were up at Devil's Den, had a blast up there. I kept rolling to one side though. I don't know. Maybe I'm fatter on one side than I am on the other side. But anyway, we fixed that and just had a blast. Okay. So I would encourage you to get a hold of Scuba Steve, Deepwater Scuba. You can find him online. Deepwater Scuba is the name of his company. He does have a TikTok channel, and he is putting up some really good videos. So I would encourage you. You want to do something different. You want to do something new. You want to challenge yourself. Try scuba. Okay. If you're not trying something new this year, well, you shouldn't be listening to me. If you're not doing something new every year, every week, every day, if you're not learning and you're not growing, you shouldn't be listening to me. So go somewhere else. Okay. So, I know there's a bunch of you that think I'm rude when I say things like that. I'm sorry, but I'm into growth. I'm into personal growth. I'm into professional growth. It's what I do. Okay. And so if that's not you, then, go, I don't know, go listen to Kathy Castor, because she's not into anything that positive. So anyway, and who else did I want to mention? Oh, I want to mention Brandon Rhymes and the Consumer Quarterback Show. He is on AM 860, The Answer. He's on your drive from 4 to 5. Brandon has some awesome guests on there. I've been on there as a guest a couple of times. I really enjoy him. I think he's very intelligent. I do know that when I'm on the Brandon Rhymes Show, I'm not the smartest person in the room, and that's where I like to be. If you're always the smartest person in the room, then you're in the wrong darn rooms. Get out of them. Find something else. Find a place where you can be with people who are smarter than you, who force you to grow, who force you to be a better person. Okay, but that's the Brandon Rhymes, the Consumer Quarterback Show. Sorry, I'm talking a little bit too fast. I've got a bunch of stuff I want to do. I need to get out there. But that's Brandon Rhymes, the Consumer Quarterback Show, AM 860, The Answer, on your drive time from 4 to 5. He is also I think he's the owner of Platinum MVP, Keller Williams Real Estate. He's very intelligent when it comes to real estate. I'm not going to push the real estate side of it real hard because I'm not sure if he's a member of the Upper Tampa Bay Regional Chamber of Commerce, and we do have some awesome realtors in our chamber. So I would encourage you folks, support your local business. If you're a member of a chamber somewhere, always buy chamber, but support your local businesses. And I Amazon and say, I'm looking for a ravioli cutter, or I had to find one of those this morning, by the way. Or I'm looking for this, or I'm looking for that. And there's a lot of times we can't get some of the stuff local, and it's kind of a shame, but I would rather pay a little on some Walmarts and those kind of companies out there, and they have their place. But if they're the same thing, and maybe it cost me $1 more or whatever, as long as that it's reasonable, then do it. And you know what? You don't always have to buy brand names. That is one of the biggest money wasters that you have out there. If you have to have the brand name, first off, jeans. Let's take jeans. Where is the brand name? Brand name's on your butt. Okay. So, and just think about that. Okay. So first off, you spend more time sitting on it than you do have people looking at it. So why do you need the brand name? Right? Okay. So, coffee. Just hold on a second. Sorry, I dropped my papers. You know what the average American spends on coffee out? Now, I'm not talking about K-cups at home or whatever you do at home. Average. Just slayed me when Chris Hogan came up with this the other day. Excuse me. And this is legitimate. $2,000 a year. $2,000 a year. That's Starbucks and Dunkin' or wherever you do your drive. $2,000 a year. Buy a K-cup, for God's sake. Make the coffee at home. A kick out of this when I do this coffee thing here. if you, most of you folks know that I am a Ramsey preferred coach when it comes to your finances. I will help you through. I tell you, I have success story after success story after success story of people who follow the program. And if you follow the program, you will be successful with your finances. But here's the thing. So many times, the first thing out of their mouth is, I'm not giving up my Starbucks. Well, I don't care if you give up your Starbucks. All I care about is it in the budget? Are your bills paid? And then you want to go to Starbucks? Okay, fine. But if you're not giving, if your rent or mortgage, transportation, utilities, and food are not paid for, stay the heck away from Starbucks. I would stay away from Starbucks because of their political leanings, but that's just me. So I was amazed. $2,000 a year. $2,000. Think about that. It was like, woo. Hey, here's another tidbit. Helpful hints. Giving this stuff all away for free. Anyway, here it is. When was the last time you checked your bank account to see the subscriptions that you're paying for that you're not using? Now, I'm not going to get on you about your Amazon Prime if you're using it. And I know they've got all these things out there about how much you're actually spending and what you're saving, what you're not saving, all that kind of stuff. You have to do the analysis. If you use your Amazon Prime and you use it effectively, okay. But if you don't, probably should drop it. Netflix. Do you watch Netflix enough to justify the expense? Netflix, Disney, Hulu, Roku, all those channels out there that you're paying for, why are you paying for them? Here's the thing. So, well, I have the ESPN sports package because I want to see every football game out there or whatever you want to watch. Well, first off, you're not going to get everyone. The only people who should really have like that NFL ticket on, I think DirecTV does that, are bars. Because you can't watch them all. You can't watch them all, okay? And when you do that whole picture in the screen, they got that where you can have 4 or 5 or 6 games going on all at once. Come on, all it's doing is messing with your brain. Anyway, your subscriptions, what do you have? Maybe you have some subscriptions you've been paying on for years and you don't use them. You just signed up. Oh, this would be a good thing. Boom, 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 boom. Go through them. Maybe when you were trying to start a business and you signed up for this and that and the other thing, and then you realized that that online business, actually you had to work. You couldn't get rich working an hour a week. I love it when people say that. But you signed up for things. Are they still there? Cancel them. If you cancel Netflix today, and a month or 2 months down the road, there's a series comes on or there's something comes on that you want to watch, you can always start it again. Duh. Okay. So, when was the last time you reviewed your internet? I switched from Spectrum to Frontier, and I know I'm having a little bit of issues, but the issues here are more my computer than they are anything else. But here's the thing. I know what I'm getting. Okay. Little less customer service, but I have, all in all, have faster speeds. I just need to upgrade my computer. So I would encourage you folks to look at your checking account. There's a bunch of people out there. See, you balance your checkbook by opening up the app. I should have about $1,800 in my account. Oh yeah, there's $1,759. Ah, yeah, that's close enough. It's balanced. You haven't balanced your checkbook since you downloaded the app. Okay. To make sure that, number one, you're being charged properly. Number two, there's service and fees and things like that you're not accounting for. Number three, those subscriptions that you're not using. So either start using them or cancel them. Not, one day I might. Here's the thing. A deal will always be there. It may not be the deal you can get today, but there will be a deal down the road. I've had to do that in some of my business decisions and things like that and say, okay, yes, this would be an extremely good buy today, but I have to take it from here that I need to do this, not I want to do it. I need to do this, like pay a bill, as opposed to I really want to buy this program. Need versus want. So what do you need today? Just because you have Disney and you haven't watched it, because now they're charging for everything, that and they're canceling half of their people. And everybody ought to just cancel Disney just because. But this whole cancel culture garbage just drives me up the wall. Anyway, here we go. Friday, March 12th, 2021. Celebrate you. Celebrate you. Pat yourself on the back for the week that you had, even if it was a low production week, even if it was kind of a little bit of a crummy week, you had something good happen. Celebrate that. Pat yourself on the back. Dance a little bit. I'm not a dancer, but you know how that goes. Anyway, this has been Sam McEwen. Live intentionally and be very, very blessed, my friends.